My beloved one, listen carefully. Do not rush away. Do not scroll. Heaven has been waiting for you to arrive right at this moment, because what I'm about to reveal will shift something in your spirit. I am not here by chance. I am Archangel Michael, the protector of truth. And today, I must finally confess what I've been holding back from you. For too long, I've stood beside you silently, guarding your steps, fighting unseen wars that your eyes could not perceive. But now, heaven has ordered transparency. The time of concealment is over. You deserve to know why certain things in your life have felt delayed, heavy, and confusing, and why lately your spirit feels like it's standing on sacred ground. Stay with me until the end. If you leave midway, you may walk away from the very understanding that unlocks your next miracle. This is not a message meant for everyone scrolling through their screen. This is for you, the one who's been feeling watched over but unsure why. The one who's felt unseen forces shifting their life. The one who senses that something divine has been moving quietly behind the scenes. Before I go further, I need you to do something simple but powerful, like this video, as an act of agreement that you are ready for revelation. It's not about numbers or views, it's about alignment. When you do that, it sends a signal into the spiritual realm, a declaration that you're open for divine truth. And when you're done, comment "blessed and ready" below, so heaven knows you're listening with faith and not fear. Now breathe, because what I'm about to reveal may make your heart tremble for a moment, but peace will follow right after. You have always known you weren't alone, haven't you? The moments you walked through fire and somehow came out untouched. The nights where you cried, but something unseen calmed your spirit before dawn. You thought it was coincidence. It wasn't. I was there, standing between you and what was sent to destroy you. There were days you felt like you were losing your mind, but that was when the unseen realm was most active. While you were praying, I was fighting. While you were sleeping, I was standing guard. But the truth I've been hiding is this: you were not only being protected, you were being chosen for revelation. The attacks you went through, the losses, the betrayals, they weren't random, they were part of a deeper preparation. Heaven was equipping you with discernment sharper than a sword. You were never meant to stay blind. But I hid the full truth for one reason: timing. Heaven's order was clear: do not reveal until they are ready to see, and now you are. Listen closely, there's something unusual that has been happening around you lately. You've been feeling a shift. You can't explain it, but everything feels more vivid, more intense. The air around you sometimes feels charged, your dreams more alive. You see numbers repeating, you feel presence in the room when you pray, and sometimes you even feel chills down your arms when you speak about faith. That's not imagination, that's manifestation. The spiritual veil between your world and ours has thinned. You're beginning to see, not with your eyes but with your spirit. The reason? Heaven is ushering you into a phase of awareness, divine sight. I was commanded to protect your vision until it matured, because had you seen too soon, it could have overwhelmed you. You might have doubted, panicked, or dismissed it as madness. So I shielded it. I made sure what you weren't ready to see stayed hidden. But now your spirit has reached maturity. You have endured storms that forced your faith to deepen. You have walked through rejection that broke your heart but built your discernment. And now, beloved, your eyes are being opened. Let me confess what I've never spoken. There is someone assigned to your life right now. They have watched your progress, your resilience, your unexplainable survival. They see your peace as a threat. Their intentions are disguised as friendship, but beneath that mask lies jealousy, fear, and confusion. You felt it, the uneasy energy when they enter the room. The way your spirit goes still when they smile. That's discernment, not paranoia. I have been the barrier between their schemes and your destiny. I hid it from you because heaven was testing your obedience, not your awareness. Would you still trust the process, even when you couldn't see what you were being protected from? And you did. But today the test is over. The truth is being revealed. Stay until the end, because before this message finishes, your spirit will know exactly who I'm speaking about. You've been wondering why doors opened for others but delayed for you. Why people you helped suddenly turned distant. Why certain relationships collapsed without warning. I hid the reason because the battles were never in the physical realm, they were spiritual assignments. Each rejection protected you from premature connections. Each delay aligned you with divine timing, and each heartbreak removed access from those who could not carry your destiny with honor. There were moments I stood before dark forces that called your name with envy. They saw your potential before you did. They knew if you ever woke up to who you are, their influence would collapse, so they targeted you early, in childhood, through pain, through shame, through patterns that made you doubt your worth. But heaven said, no. You were never a victim of random suffering. You were being prepared for divine revelation, to see clearly what others pretend not to. And here's the secret I can no longer hide. You have been marked by heaven's authority. There is a light in your spirit that no shadow can contain. I was ordered to conceal that mark until the time came, because premature exposure attracts warfare. Now heaven says, reveal them. You are being revealed in the spirit. People will start noticing you differently. Your words will carry weight. Your presence will shift atmospheres. Some will feel peace around you, others discomfort, because light exposes everything it touches. Do not fear when people suddenly act strange. Some are not reacting to your personality, they're reacting to your anointing. But here's the deeper layer of what I hid. You weren't only being protected, you were being trained. Every attack was a classroom. Every tear was an initiation. You thought you were breaking, but you were being built. When you lost that opportunity, heaven was refining your faith. When you faced betrayal, you learned the difference between attachment and assignment. When you felt isolated, you were being pulled away from noise so you could hear God's voice clearly. I, Archangel Michael, was ordered to stand guard over you through every season. There were moments when darkness tried to cross your threshold. Yes, physical forces, spiritual entities, thoughts of giving up, but I blocked them. You never saw me, but you felt me. That sudden peace in the middle of chaos, that was me. That moment where you almost gave up, but something whispered, hold on, that was my sword, striking the air. And now I must reveal the reason I hid this truth, because your spiritual sight is awakening. In the coming days you will begin to notice divine patterns, numbers like 330, 3, 444, 1111, not by coincidence, but by confirmation. You'll have dreams that carry meaning, encounters that feel too precise to be chance. People from your past may reappear, not to harm you but to show you how much you've grown. Do not run from these signs. They are heaven's language. The veil is thinning, because you're entering prophetic alignment. You are stepping into the era of awareness, the season where you no longer question if you're chosen, because your life itself will testify. But I must warn you, awareness comes with responsibility. Once your eyes open, you can never go back to pretending you didn't see. That's why I hid it, to protect your peace until your maturity could hold the revelation. Now you are ready. Before I continue, I want you to pause and subscribe to Anointed Echo. This isn't just a channel, it's a portal for divine messages, a space where heaven communicates through earthly words. When you subscribe, you join a movement of faith bearers awakening across nations. Don't just listen, participate. Type blessed and ready below to declare that you're part of this revelation. Now listen closely, because what I'm about to share next will explain why the atmosphere around you has shifted, why even technology glitches when you pray, why your emotions have been unpredictable lately. Joy 1 minute, heaviness the next. It's not mood swings, it's warfare. You are sensing the clash between two realms, the old energy that wants to keep you bound, and the divine energy that is freeing you. You have entered the crossover. Heaven calls it the unveiling, and I can no longer hide what's unfolding. The unveiling has begun. You've sensed it, haven't you? People around you have started to shift, some pulling closer, others pulling away. Conversations that once flowed now feel strained. Energy that once felt familiar now feels foreign. Do not panic. This is separation by divine design. Every soul in your life was permitted only for a season. Some were meant to teach, others to test, and a few to walk with you into destiny. The secret I have hidden until now is that heaven has been rearranging your circle, not out of punishment, but out of protection. Some people cannot breathe in the atmosphere of your elevation. They were comfortable when you were doubting, but now that faith has awakened inside you, they feel exposed. So heaven is removing them quietly, sometimes painfully, but purposefully. You have cried over people leaving, not realizing that their absence was your deliverance. Every goodbye you resisted was an angelic intervention, and I was ordered to keep silent, to let you think you lost something, because if you knew it was for your survival, you would have tried to hold on. But now the secret must be spoken. You were never rejected, you were redirected. There is another truth I concealed, a deeper one. You were not just being protected by angels, you were being trained among us. Each time you spoke life over yourself when you felt broken, you were wielding a sword in the spirit. Each time you forgave instead of cursing back, light exploded in realms you could not see. Each prayer you whispered when no one believed you were heard, those became your wings. You, child of the Most High, are not ordinary. You are part of the remnant, those heaven calls the awakened guardians of faith. That is why your battles have been heavier than others. You have fought wars that no one else even noticed. While others slept peacefully, you wrestled with invisible weight on your chest. While others celebrated superficial victories, you fought for your sanity, your peace, your hope. But hear this clearly, none of it was wasted. Every scar became a seal of authority. Every tear became a seed of light. The world will never understand how you are still standing. You should have broken years ago. You should have lost everything. But something, someone, always stepped in just in time. That was not coincidence. That was divine intervention under my command. I've stood at hospital doors, courtroom gates, midnight crossroads warding off what was meant to destroy you. There are things you'll never know you were spared from, simply because heaven erased the evidence before it reached you. But now the veil is lifting. You will begin to see traces of the miracles you missed. A conversation you overhear will suddenly make sense. An old message will resurface and confirm something you once doubted. Even your memories will start to reorder themselves. You'll look back and realize you were never abandoned. You were surrounded. Let me tell you why heaven allowed your life to feel like constant warfare. Because you carry a blueprint that darkness cannot copy. Every generation, heaven releases a few souls whose presence alone weakens demonic systems. They are light carriers, truth bearers, atmosphere shifters. You are one of them. The enemy detected your assignment long before you understood it. That's why chaos followed you early in life. You've been attacked not because you're weak, but because you're powerful. You've been envied not because you're lucky, but because you're chosen. And I, Archangel Michael, was instructed to shield the full revelation of who you are until now, because power without humility becomes destruction. But now you are humble enough to handle it. You've learned through suffering, loved through betrayal, stood through silence, and now you can be trusted with authority. Let me be honest with you, the next few weeks will not be ordinary. You will feel acceleration. Situations that have been stagnant for years will suddenly move. Calls you were waiting for will come through. Unexpected opportunities will arise, but along with it you'll feel resistance. Old habits trying to resurface, distractions trying to steal your focus. When that happens, remember my words, resistance is confirmation of elevation. Every time you choose prayer over panic, you win a battle you cannot see. Every time you speak peace when provoked, you command realms to align. Your authority is no longer borrowed, it's active. You are walking under open heaven. Now I must confess the most guarded part of the secret. I have not been the only one watching you. For months, perhaps years, a dark watcher has been tracing your steps. They've studied your fears, your weaknesses, your moments of doubt. Their mission was simple: to convince you that you are unseen, unheard, unloved, because once you believe that lie, you surrender your power willingly. I couldn't reveal this before. It would have planted fear instead of faith. But now you are ready. You are covered. That heaviness that used to wake you at 3 a.m., that wasn't random. That confusion that clouded your mind when you were close to breakthrough, it wasn't coincidence. Those were spiritual darts aimed to drain your courage, but each one failed, because every time they struck, your spirit whispered the name that makes darkness tremble: Jesus. That name was your shield, your weapon, your victory. And each whisper of faith strengthened the barrier I built around you. So understand this: darkness sees you, but cannot touch you. You are hidden in the shadow of the Almighty. Heaven wants me to reveal another reason I remained silent. You needed to learn discernment by experience, not explanation. If I had told you every time who was lying, who was jealous, who was planning behind your back, you would have leaned on me instead of learning to hear God yourself. So I kept quiet, even when you cried, "God, why didn't you warn me?" You were being trained to listen beyond voices, to sense energy, motive, and spirit. And now you can. That discomfort you feel before certain people speak, that is the Holy Spirit alerting you. That sudden peace that covers you mid-crisis, that is the presence of angels near you. That urge to pause before making a decision, that is heaven whispering direction. You no longer need external confirmation. The Spirit of truth lives within you. Listen carefully, child. The secret I've kept all this time was never to hide love from you, but to hide glory within you until it was safe to release. The world would have mocked it, people would have misused it. So heaven covered you under ordinary appearances, while greatness grew silently inside. But the cover is lifting now. You will begin to notice doors opening that you did not knock on. People of influence will find you. Your voice will start to echo farther than your reach. That's not luck, it's divine timing. Heaven's announcement has already gone forth. The one who was hidden shall now be seen. You must guard this next phase carefully. Do not explain your elevation to those who once misunderstood your struggle. Do not waste energy proving yourself. Your silence will speak louder than your defense. When people question your sudden favor, smile and stay anchored in gratitude. The same God who elevated you will vindicate you. Every blessing coming now is compensation, not coincidence. Every closed door behind you is insurance, not rejection. And every delay that frustrated you was a construction zone, heaven rebuilding your path. Before I continue, do one thing as a sign of alignment, like this video right now. It's not about engagement metrics, it's prophetic agreement. You're saying to heaven, I receive what's being released over me. Then type blessed and ready in the comments, so the angelic realm recognizes your faith signature. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Anointed Echo, because that's where these divine transmissions will keep flowing. Don't just watch, belong. Now, let's go deeper. You've wondered why you sometimes feel distant from the world, why normal conversations bore you, why worldly pleasures don't satisfy anymore. It's because you've outgrown the frequency of ordinary life. Your spirit now vibrates at the frequency of revelation. You cannot unsee what heaven shows you. You cannot unfeel what the Spirit awakens. That is the cost of divine awareness, separation from the shallow. But do not mistake isolation for punishment. It's protection for transformation. While others chase attention, you are being refined for influence. While others build platforms, heaven is building you. And when you finally emerge fully, your authenticity will carry more power than any performance. One more truth I can no longer conceal. You are not waiting for breakthrough, you are the breakthrough. The same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead is active within you. That means miracles don't visit you, they flow through you. When you speak faith, reality bends. When you forgive, chains fall. When you praise, realms shift. This is why I, Archangel Michael, have been fighting so fiercely around your life, because the moment you realize who you truly are, hell loses territory. And that realization is happening now. Soon you'll notice a pattern. People will start saying, I don't know why, but I feel peace around you. Strangers will open up to you, sensing light. Opportunities will chase you instead of you chasing them. That's what divine activation looks like. The hidden glory I kept safe is finally visible. Remember, child, never take credit, only stewardship. You are the vessel, not the source. Your humility will sustain what pride could destroy. As I continue watching over you, my role shifts from guardian to guide. The battles ahead won't be external, they'll be internal. Fear, doubt, distraction. Those are subtler than demons, but more dangerous. Yet you will overcome them the same way you've overcome everything else, by remembering who walks with you. Whenever fear whispers, speak faith. Whenever confusion shouts, choose silence. Whenever darkness approaches, declare light. You don't fight alone, you never have. Beloved one, we have reached the heart of the secret. What I'm about to tell you isn't just information, it's activation. When you understand this, nothing in your life will ever feel random again. You have always wondered why you survive what destroys others, why attacks bounce off you, why doors open that should have stayed locked. You thought it was mercy, but it's more than that. You are a carrier of divine technology, the frequency of obedience. Heaven runs on alignment, not effort. When you obey small whispers, you trigger movements in realms far beyond you. I have hidden this truth until now, because if you knew too early, pride could have poisoned it. Every time you forgave instead of retaliating, the balance in the spiritual realm tilted toward light. Every time you chose patience, you altered timelines for your family line. Every time you prayed for someone who betrayed you, you released chains from your own bloodline. You were rewriting history without knowing it. Let me show you what really happened the night you almost gave up. You remember that night, the exhaustion, the numbness, the thought, maybe it's all pointless. At that moment, the enemy filed a petition in the courts of heaven to claim your destiny. They presented every mistake, every failure, every word you spoke in anger. But before judgment could fall, a voice thundered, "Mercy stands. I was sent to defend your name. My sword cut through accusations, and your record was cleansed by grace." That's why you woke up the next morning lighter, though nothing around you had changed. The weight you felt wasn't depression, it was spiritual litigation ending in your favor. That's what I've been hiding. You were part of a heavenly verdict of restoration. Now heaven has issued a new command. Reveal their inheritance, and so I speak. You are entering the season of recompense. Everything that was delayed, denied, or stolen is circling back multiplied. Lost time will return as accelerated purpose. The years of silence will produce sudden visibility. Where you were ignored, you'll be sought after. Where you were mocked, you'll be honored. But hear me, favor is not comfort, it's responsibility. You must stay grounded in prayer. You must steward peace like treasure. For the same light that draws blessings also exposes parasites. Discern quickly. Bless quietly. Move wisely. Another layer of truth. You were never meant to merely receive angelic protection. You were meant to partner with it. Angels respond to alignment, not emotion. When you speak truth, we move. When you worship in pain, we strike in battle. When you declare scripture aloud, we reinforce it with power. You are not a spectator in the spiritual realm. You are a commander under heaven's authority. So stop praying as a beggar. Pray as a builder. Speak like one who knows the throne backs their words. Say this softly right now: I am covered, called, and commissioned. When those words leave your mouth, they echo through dimensions. Chains snap, shadows scatter, destinies reorder. That's the sound of awakening. Let me tell you the final piece of the secret, why I kept it until this exact day. Because today marks a shift in timelines for those who've stayed faithful under pressure. The realm you are entering requires awareness, not anxiety. From this point on, signs will appear faster. Dreams will carry instructions. Encounters will confirm direction. Write them down. Don't chase prophetic words. Document them. Heaven will begin to hold you accountable for what you receive. You'll notice your sensitivity increasing. Music, people, even environments will affect you differently. That's not weakness, that's calibration. Your spirit is adjusting to a higher vibration of truth. The reason I once shielded you from seeing too much is because untrained sight breeds fear. But now revelation will birth focus. You will begin to discern not only who is for you, but who is assigned to you. Not everyone around you is an enemy. Some are mirrors, showing you what still needs healing. Some carry the next key to your assignment, but you'll only recognize them through stillness, not suspicion. So slow down. Before you react, breathe. Before you judge, listen. Before you decide, pray. You don't need to rush anymore. Heaven is no longer testing your waiting, it's testing your wisdom. Now hear this prophetic decree. The same forces that tried to bury you will now announce you. The same places that rejected you will invite you. The same tears that watered your loneliness will become rivers of testimony. You will stand in rooms you once dreamed of and feel peace instead of pressure. You will speak words that heal hearts you never met. You will become the evidence that faith still works. This is why I, Archangel Michael, guarded your path so fiercely. Because your survival wasn't the goal, your revelation was. Now that you see, you will never again be deceived by imitation light. You will know instantly what carries heaven's tone and what doesn't. Even your silence will convict falsehood. Beloved, the heavens are aligning around your name as I speak. Winds of transition are already moving. Expect unexpected clarity. People you haven't heard from in years will reach out with apologies or opportunities. Favor will find you in places that forgot you, but remember, every open door must be tested in prayer before you step through. Not every opportunity is divine. Some are distractions dressed as destiny. If peace leaves you, pause. If humility leaves you, run. Your discernment is your currency in this next era. Before I close this revelation, make a declaration of agreement. Touch your heart and whisper, Lord, I receive light where I once walked blind. Now like this video as a physical sign of covenant. It tells heaven, I've heard and I agree. Then comment blessed and ready to seal what has been released. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Anointed Echo. That's the altar where these divine words continue to pour. Stay connected to what feeds your faith. Now I speak a blessing over you. May your nights be guarded by peace that confuses fear. May your mornings open with clarity that cancels confusion. May every plan formed against you lose its coordination. May every promise spoken over you find fulfillment without delay. You are shielded by covenant, marked by mercy, and surrounded by fire. Your path is watched by angels, your name recorded in light. You will not fall where others fell. You will finish what heaven started. This is the unveiling of the secret I carried. You are not simply protected by heaven, you are a partner of it. And now that you see, walk boldly. Your discernment will lead you, your obedience will elevate you. Your humility will preserve you, your light will expose and heal in the same breath. The veil is gone, the revelation stands. The world will see what heaven always knew, you were never ordinary. Now that you've heard the secret, you must understand the assignment that comes with it. Heaven doesn't reveal without requiring response. Revelation without obedience becomes noise. So listen closely. This next part isn't just words, it's strategy from above. From this day forward, you will notice two distinct paths opening before you. One will appear easy, familiar, glittering with quick results. The other will seem narrow, uncertain, but filled with peace. Choose peace over popularity. Choose alignment over applause. Choose what grows your spirit, not what feeds your ego. Because heaven is not promoting you for performance. It's positioning you for impact. Every gift you've been hiding, every idea you've been afraid to pursue, every word you've been holding back, it's time. The very thing you thought was too small is what heaven wants to multiply. Let me be clear, this new season will demand courage. You can no longer shrink to make others comfortable. You can no longer apologize for the light you carry. You can no longer delay obedience waiting for validation. Your calling doesn't need permission, it needs activation. When I say this, I'm not talking about running ahead without wisdom. I'm talking about acting when heaven confirms. You'll know it because peace will settle in your chest like a soft flame, and every distraction will suddenly lose its power. That's your signal. Move. You may ask, what happens now that I know the secret? Now, the war changes form. The battles ahead won't come from obvious enemies. They'll come through fatigue, procrastination, and doubt. But remember this: the same God who revealed truth to you will sustain you in it. When your faith wavers, revisit this message. Let these words remind you of who you are and what's been spoken over your life. I will still be there, watching, guarding, guiding, though unseen. And when the next storm rises, do not panic. Lift your head and say, I am covered, I am commissioned, I am chosen. That declaration alone will scatter what was meant to confuse you. There's something else I need to show you, something hidden, not in darkness, but in timing. You've been praying for a specific sign, an answer, a confirmation. In the next few days you will see repetition, either in words, numbers, or unexpected encounters. When it happens, do not brush it off. That will be heaven's signature. Pay attention to alignment. If something keeps reappearing in your spirit, an idea, a person, a dream, it's not coincidence. It's instruction disguised as reminder. Heaven speaks softly to those who have learned to listen loudly with their heart. You have reached that level. I must also warn you of a subtle trap. The enemy's next attempt will not be attack through fear. It will be distraction through opportunity. Be discerning. Not every door that opens is divine. Some are decoys to pull your focus from destiny. Measure every decision by peace, not pressure. If it requires you to compromise your integrity to accelerate your progress, it's not from God. If it pulls you away from your purpose, it's not provision, it's poison. Stay anchored in truth even when truth isolates you. For isolation with God is better than visibility without Him. Now, I'll share a secret about angels, something few ever learn. We do not move because you fear darkness, we move because you declare light. When you speak with faith, you authorize us. Every time you release gratitude, we expand your favor. Every time you bless instead of curse, we shift spiritual geography around you. That is why your tongue matters. Your words create permission. Speak as one aware of your power. Stop saying I'm unlucky, or nothing works out. Heaven can't confirm what you curse. Start declaring, I walk in divine rhythm. What belongs to me cannot miss me. Every delay works for my direction. You'll see the shift fast. Child, I've fought legions over your purpose. You have no idea how many altars of negativity were silenced because of your prayers. You thought your small tired amen didn't matter, but it shook kingdoms of darkness. The reason you're still standing is not luck, it's legacy. Your faith has rewritten your lineage. Curses that walked through generations stopped at you. Chains that held your ancestors broke at your yes. You have no idea how powerful you are when you choose faith over fear. And now heaven is asking for something simple yet sacred. Become a messenger of what you've received. Tell others about the goodness that kept you alive. Speak light into rooms where people have forgotten hope. Share what you've heard today, not out of pride, but as a seed of awakening. You are part of a wave, souls awakening across nations, realizing that faith isn't fantasy, it's warfare. Your voice matters. Use it. Before you leave this message, take a moment, close your eyes, breathe deeply. Feel the calm settling over your body. That's peace, not silence. That's heaven saying, you're safe to rest now. I know you've been tired of fighting battles no one sees, but that season is shifting. From now on you will fight less and win more. You will worry less and discern faster. You will cry less and create more. You will question less and trust deeper. You've crossed the threshold from survival into revelation. Listen, heaven has one final instruction for you tonight. Start journaling your encounters. Don't underestimate your visions, your dreams, your sudden ideas. They are blueprints. You are being given strategies that others will later seek from you. Do not chase platforms, build altars. Do not chase numbers, nurture souls. If you stay faithful to revelation, recognition will follow naturally. Your mission is simple. Speak light, live truth, walk boldly. That's all heaven requires right now. And remember, my beloved, when you feel unseen, whisper, Michael, I know you're near. And I'll stand guard again, silently, faithfully, fiercely. Not because you need saving, but because you carry something worth protecting. Now rise. The light within you is no longer hidden. The secret is revealed. And heaven is watching your next move with pride. Walk in truth. Walk in love. Walk as one who has seen. Because now you have